Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug and I am coming at you with League of Legends. In this one we are doing the Unsung hero of the Aram series. And in this one we are doing Lulu. My team, of course, Lulu, Varus, Ari, Nami, and Morgana. We are up against Holy Fucking Tank Team and Thresh, Garen, Alistair, Rengar, and of course they have Twisted Fate. Although, my team, if you take a good look at it, we've got a tremendous amount of poke and CC. Where the other team, they're really tanky. They actually have a hook with Thresh, and they do have CC with Alistair, and they do have a stun on Twisted Fate, but otherwise, that's pretty close to it. And in this game, if you don't enjoy Roflstomps, well, I apologize now. But one of the reasons I wanted to bring this game out is because in this one I actually decided to play AP Lulu. Almost every time I play Aram Lulu, I play AD Lulu. Because AD Lulu actually works. But because we had a Varus on this team, and we had a Nami who's, good support, I decided to play AP Lulu. And I start with a very standard opening. I wish that the Doran's rings actually gave mana regen again rather than mana back per kill, but whatever. It still allows me to start with 72 mana when I start with a... man, I missed the slows there. That was terrible. But, yeah, just hard engaging on them. Something you wouldn't expect to see. Usually that work in their favor, but we're going to draw first blood on Garen. But yes, I'm using 2109 runes. I'm also using magic penetration reds, armor yellows, magic resist per level blues, and ability power quints when it comes to my runes and masteries. And that, of course, as saying, allows me to start with 72 ability power, which is fairly strong in Aram. 72 ability power is nothing to sneeze at. But I don't have much in the terms of mana regen, so that doesn't help at all. There's not much to say beyond that. Lockdown on Garen, bubble on Garen. Alistair does come in and disrupt us, but we still get a ton of damage out. Garen spin to win, not going to be enough. Thresh trying to do something, not going to be enough. We do get hurt in that one, but we trade out some pretty good damage. Our Morgana basically took a lot of damage. They do hook on Nami. They decide to go in, and two of them die to Ari. They follow a little too hard. Twisted Fate, not going to last. We'll die to Nami as well. And we're already up 4-0. Well, yeah, my team is just proving to be insanely strong. Lulu falls definitely in that category of supports that I like. I almost want to jungle Lulu because she's got so much CC potential. But she would definitely be a ganking AP jungler versus, I have no idea why Rengar decided he was going to barrier there, but whatever. She's just got so much CC. She can slow you, she can get vision, she can transform you, she can speed up her allies, she's got the biggest cock block, all-in cock blocker there is in terms of ultis when it comes to her growth, man. She's just so powerful in many ways. And a nice chip there, and almost charming Twisted Fate. If that had landed, man, that would have been the end of Twisted Fate right there. As you see, we got them pushed back in their tower. We're all healed up. They do have some support, some healing in Alistair, but we got, I really think, much stronger healing in Nami. And a beautiful bubble lands. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to get picks out there and then use the glitter lance from picks to do damage. A lot of people already knew this with Nami. I'm not telling anybody anything they don't already know as Alistair rescues me from Rengar. But I didn't know this for the longest time until I actually watched Voyboy play, and this was YouTube, AP Lulu top. And that was throwing picks on an enemy and then using the glitter lance to, you know, peg somebody off. And there we go, going to pick up Twisted Fate. And I've actually still got quite a bit of mana, surprisingly, as Rengar and Thresh go down as well. And we're 7-0 at this point. You know, I don't know, what can you say? Just something about my team versus their team. I think because they lost in the first exchange, you know, their exchange was not very good. You know, I don't know how else to put it beyond that. They engaged on us, but they engaged on us too early. Not all of them were there. See, a team like theirs, being, you know, tanky strong, needs to build very tanky versus a team like mine, and probably focus down Varus, or, you know, whoever's the most fed. And then the rest of the team tends to fall to the wayside after that. But the reality is that since they've lost that first hard engage, yeah, pretty screwed. As one bubble leads to Rengar being stuck there for about 5 seconds and ultimately dying. But I don't know if it's true. I just found if you get a really tanky team, then what you need to do is just hard engage the enemy from the start. You need to take that first engage where you're all dancing around the bushes. You just need somebody to go in. You need to use your abilities to try and CC, single out somebody, take them out, and try and focus down the enemy team one by one. If you can do that and win the early engage, then you have a really strong chance as a tanky team without much range ability to win. But if you lose that first engage, you're pretty much screwed. And considering we're 9-0 at this point, I think it's almost impossible not to tell how this one went. As Alistair's just... Oh, I thought Alistair was going to die there, but no, he lives. Ulti's used everywhere. Thresh's ulti, Ahri's ulti. I'd say ulti's everywhere. I think that was 2. But we pick up another kill as well. We've almost got their tower at this point. Just 7 minutes into the game. And flashes and barriers going off everywhere. You know, they're low health. There's not, you know, this is a really sucky situation to be in. And I really think, and that was kind of mean of me to take that, but again, I'm trying to keep my mana up. This is kind of like proof, to me at least, that a CC heavy team can pretty much beat any other team. You know, ultimately it comes down to the people playing. And I don't know why I threw that on Morgana so early, but I did. And there we go. We managed to just pick off Garen. Anytime they try and go in on us, they automatically get CC locked to death. And Ahri's just going to get cleanly executed there because Rengar just can't go in. And he's going to get sniped anyways. Twisted Fate coming in, but he's got the blue card up, so he's no threat. I mean, ultimately, it does come down to team skill, but I really feel like if two teams have equal skill, the really heavy CC team is going to win. You know, just recently I had a Scion game where the other team, they had Kog'Maw, Ashe, Amumu, and Kog'Maw, Ashe, Amumu's 3. I forget the other 2, honestly. I would have to go and try and look. I forget who the other ones were. But we had myself as Scion. We had Leona. We had I think we had Ahri. I mean, we had so much CC on our team that even though, you know, even though we had very little in the terms of range. We had so much CC. We were just able to stun lock so much of the team. You know, we were able to keep Kog'Maw and execute it again. We were able to keep Kog'Maw and Ashe just suppressed so much that there was nothing they could do. It was really just that. I don't know what TF was doing, but okay, he got locked anyway. Yeah, 19-0 at almost the 10-minute mark. 25k to 19k. We got a 5k lead already. This is probably the most Roflstomp game I've ever had. Ugh. I felt bad for the other team at this point. I know how much it sucks to get beat hard in an Aram, or in any game really, to get completely and utterly dominated. I know how much that sucks, but it is what it is, you know. I don't know what else to say about it. This is the nature of the beast, whether it be Aram, Summoner's Rift, Twisted Tree Line, or whatever. Morgana goes in, and I try and ulti her, but it doesn't work. She does go down. And I finally end up dying, but Varus kills 2, Varus kills 3, Varus kills 4, and Alistar's going to be a jerk and run away, I think. Oh no, Ahri, that's right. Varus had Alistar zeroed in, I think, with his arrow, and then Ahri takes the quadra kill. So I had enough gold to pick up a Rabadon's Death Cap, but I also pick up level 1 boots. So I go from 72 ability power to 200 and looks like 297, 269, I don't know. For some reason it seems to be jumping around. Then again, I'm not wearing my glasses, so when I'm leaning back in my chair, I can't see the numbers very well. I have to be sitting up closer. Still, significant jump in power in terms of my ability power. We're 24-2. We've already pushed down 2 of their turrets. They're just... I don't know what else to say. It's a beating, you know, and it sucks to be on the receiving end of it. But, you know, what else can I do? I decided, and yeah, he just didn't want to let Alistar go. Double kill. And yeah, you're not getting away. Just, you know, that's why I don't make fun of a team that's getting beat down. And if somebody's like hurt on the other side, you know, butt hurt as they call it, or whatever you want to call it. If somebody's like, you know, being upset on the other side, I try to ignore them. I don't taunt them. I don't play into it if I can help it, because I know what it feels like to be on that side. And I know that Alistar's going, you know, just, you know, at this point you might as well. You know, there's no other way to put it. At this point, you might as well just gung-ho it, because you're just being beat back. And that's kind of the attitude to take. There's really probably no coming back from this. So you might as well try and do something. Even if you only get 1 kill, you might as well go for it. So that's not really terrible. And Twisted Fate, not doing anything. Just trying to scout us out, I guess. I don't know. So pick up more health. I think we're looking into the final push at this point. Here we go. Garen gets locked down. Spin to win, not enough. And I actually pick up on Thresh. Is that like my first... Oh no, it's my second kill through the game. I've got 19 assists though. And just chunk out about half of Alistar's health. Alistar... Yeah, you can see Alistar's build and how serious it is. Yeah, Alistar down, Rengar down. They do get Ahri. They do get Varus as well. But there's not a lot they can do to push us out either. Picking up another health sigil. I think I'm looking to get 2 health sigils. Yep, pick up both of them. At this point, I got more than enough ability power to just be a threat to this team. Like I said, Alistair's not being serious. Rengar's going AP Rengar, or at least he's changed to AP Rengar. So he's not being serious. Yeah, you know, you feel bad at some point that this has kind of happened. Not sure what Garen's trying to do, but again, it comes down to you might as well. And Thresh is just going to eat it. There we go. Double kill for Morgana. Twisted Fate has had almost no health for a while now, but he's been managing to stay on the fringes and stay alive. Not going to matter as we're closing right up on into the end here. There's just not a lot they can do. Focusing on the towers. Tower 1 down. And Ari just uses her ulti to pick off. There we go. Tower down, Twisted Fate down, Rengar down, Garen, there goes Alistair. And for the hell of it, kill Thresh. And Varus manages to live. And that's it. 40 to 5. 40,000 gold to 31,000. And probably one of the most Roflstomp games I've ever had the privilege, I guess you could call it, to be on the winning side. I've actually gone on a phenomenal run on Aram of winning, and it's felt really good considering I went on a huge losing streak for a long time. So again, I don't gloat about it, I don't make fun of it, I just say GG and move on, but it still felt good to be able to have a steamroll game like this where I wasn't on the receiving end of the beating. But, again, like I said, I decided to play AP Lulu. It's actually pretty strong. It's stronger than I gave it credit for, so it's probably something I'll do more often, depending on how much AP and AD is on my team. But if you get Lulu, it's definitely something to look into. So not much on this one, folks. I apologize, kind of lackluster. It's just something I decided to record because it was only about 15, a little bit more than 15 minutes long. So until next time, please leave a comment, rate, and subscribe. Whether you liked it, didn't like it, what you think could be improved, this and that, the other thing. Until next time, this is One Big Bugger signing out, and I will see you then.